You have this awareness that no one is going to save you, and another post, another strategy or tactic, or spending another 30 minutes looking for inspiration on social media, none of them are going to save you. It's just you and the choice that's in front of you. And the question you have to ask yourself is, will I stay stuck here, right? Or will I trust myself to take action, even if there's not a guarantee on the other side of it? You don't just have a business or income goals of getting a new client just because your heart is in a posture of service entirely. It's also because you have these non-negotiable responsibilities at home, and groceries are increasing, and these kids' fees to participate in anything doesn't get cheaper. You want a life that you feel you were called to create. It's not just from a place of service that you need this next client. It's because you know that there are things and people who are relying on you to get there. This video is part 1 of a 4-part video series, if I had to start over video series, that I thought would be a little fun to record, because I know what it feels like to have to take action and create momentum even when life feels heavy and you feel over responsible, or you just believe everything should be easier by now. And it's not. Because the truth is, what separates those solopreneur moms who have figured this out and have created the life they feel called to live from the ones still circling and spiraling and trying to figure it out, it's not talent and it's not timing. It's their willingness to lead themselves even if they're not getting credit for it or they don't see the results. And that's what we're talking about in this video series. There was a time, not that long ago, if I'm being honest, where I needed my next client like yesterday. And I struggled to figure it out. And it wasn't because I wasn't working hard enough or I wasn't smart enough. And when you have kids at home, you know waiting for the perfect conditions, that's not even an option. So everything that I'm sharing with you is not in theory. It's not about something that could or should work for you. It is for you. It is my lived experience of everything I do and everything I would do, tried and true, once again, to get my next client in the next 3 days. Even when I'm struggling, the first thing that I would do if I wanted to land my next service-based client in the next 3 weeks, I would anchor myself in this really core set of beliefs. And I would do this before I do any outreach, post any content, or even design what my next offer should be. I would choose to sit with myself and anchor myself in these non-negotiable beliefs. I am responsible for my outcomes even when life feels heavy. There is a solution that exists just for me. I just haven't found it yet. And my confidence is not required to get to that solution. My commitment is. And the confidence and momentum that you are struggling to get back to, they are going to come. The second thing that I would do if I wanted to create my next service-based client in the next 3 weeks, I would solve a real problem with a clear and immediate offer. I would not waste my energy on rebuilding a website, mastering a funnel, or rebranding. I would instead ask myself this: what is a real problem that someone would pay me for to help them solve right now? And then I would focus on simplicity. One person, one problem, one offer, one solution. And as a bonus, here are 2 things that I would do. I would create a Google Doc, not a new funnel, landing page, or website. I would create a Google Doc and I would map out in 1 page who it's for, what it solves, how we can work together, and how to get started. And as a second bonus, I would take that same information and put it on my LinkedIn page and treat that like my website. Because when life feels urgent, especially around money and needing a cash injection and aligning with the fact that you will be able to cover your costs and expenses, you can't complicate this. It needs to be really simple and clear. And that clarity doesn't come from them, that comes from you. The third thing that I would do if I wanted to land my next service-based clients in the next 3 weeks, I would reach out to them personally. Contrary to popular information that goes around right now, if you're looking for your next client or looking for your next whatever income goal that is, I would not, especially if I don't have a big, massive following, I would not just post and wait on people to comment or DM me. Because most of the time, those types of content pieces you're gonna find are some of your lowest performing pieces. I would not wait for Zuck or anybody else's algorithm to make sure that what I have to say reaches the people I want to work with. I would absolutely not hope to go viral. I would make a list of 20 to 30 people, and in that list, I would think of people I know, people I've helped before, people I've worked with, people who would introduce me to someone who may need this solution. And if I can't think of 20 to 30 people, I would think of the demographics within that the handful of people I was able to figure out, and then I would just make an adjacent kind of mirroring audience and seek out people with those similarities in demographics. And then I would reach out to each individual personally, and I would send an audio message Instagram, LinkedIn. You have the capabilities on both of those platforms. And in it, I would say, hey, I created something new that solves this problem, and you came to mind. No pressure, but if you would like to hear the details, let me know and I'll happily send it to you. I would do this, and I would only do this. I wouldn't focus on sending some heartfelt essay that I know is focused on me and not them. And I definitely would not try to pitch and lead with a sale, because a lot of times you feel cringy and that's why you don't do this. But the unfortunate truth that so many are unwilling to accept is you're going to feel cringy in this process. If the cost of getting to the other side of whatever this state you're in right now is feeling cringy, I'm going to do it every day of the week. Right? I don't care about these complete strangers who don't know me from Adam, whether or not they are comfortable with what I'm talking about. Chances are they're not even my ideal clients. They're not even the people who are going to buy from me. They're people who are sitting at home on the couch, scrolling, judging people for taking action courageously and never daring to have the courage themselves to take one step. So why do you care so much about what these people think about you? And if it comes to the people you want to work with and you're afraid of being rejected, you have to accept that rejection, being ignored, being ghosted is a part of the process. And when you accept that that is just another cost of the process of getting to the outcome that you align with, you're going to find all of this is going to flow so much easier for you, because you already accepted that these are two costs, two requirements to get to the other side of this. The fourth thing that I would do if I wanted to land my next service-based clients in the next 3 days, 3 weeks, every day for 3 weeks, at least Monday through Friday, I would post a piece of content. And I would not do this for likes or engagements or to get someone to notice me. I would instead do this as proof to myself and to remind myself that I am in fact the evidence and proof that I am committed, that I trust myself, that I can take action, in fact, when things aren't perfect and ideal and I don't know exactly what I'm doing next. I can trust and commit to myself in these conditions. And in these content pieces, beyond just making sure people know about the offer that you just created, I would talk about what I'm learning in this process, how I am rebuilding trust with myself, the wins that I want to celebrate, large or small, behind the scenes, because I believe that visibility is an inside job, not just an outside. And I think that visibility without conviction is just noise. And there's a lot of noise on the internet right now, right? And then when you add visibility fueled by belief, right? True belief, that's magic. That's money. Yes, people buy polished. Yes, people want you to look great and look like you know it all, but there are so many other people who don't align with that. They don't need it. And I assure you, if you need to get to your next client like yesterday, you wouldn't care about being perfect or polished. You would just take action and be present. I want to share with you the real truth about getting back to a place of momentum and courage when life is just hitting hard. And if you are here and if you're wondering if you should pivot or quit or start over or go back to corporate, hear me. It's not a tactic or strategy that you're missing. You're struggling right now because you stopped trusting yourself to take action without a guaranteed outcome. But clarity is not going to come from whatever this place is you're standing in. It comes from stacking evidence and proof after proof that you can, in fact, survive imperfect action. You can, and you will. And if you start to take action, not from panic, but from a place of alignment and belief and presence, you will create proof that you can trust yourself. And that type of proof starts to compound. And just think of it, 3 weeks of focus, compounded proof, courageous action. That will change your trajectory faster than anything you're doing right now, I guarantee it. So if any of this spoke to you right now and you would like support as you take action and you find a way to rebuild your discipline, rebuild your follow through, and focus on your goals without shaming or spiraling because you don't know exactly what to do, I invite you to join me inside my 3-day Grit Sprint Challenge. This is a 3-day mental and physical challenge that I designed to help you to take action and create momentum even when life feels heavy. There's no pressure here. It's just alignment with that original belief that I shared with you in step 1. Because as I already mentioned, the difference between you and other solopreneur moms, other women who have figured this out, the difference between you and them and creating the life you're called to create is decision. It's just decision. If you're interested in learning more about the Grit Sprint Challenge, you can click the link below to learn more. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can get video 2, where I am going to share with you exactly what side hustle I would do today if I were still in a corporate environment, if I wanted to start a side hustle, and if I needed to rebuild income without learning a new skill. Thanks so much for watching.